Welcome back to Mac Talk Sports. In this video, we are gonna review the last set of games for the round of 16 of Euro 2024. Quite an entertaining day of football. A lot of goals being scored. It was Netherlands versus Romania, and then Austria versus Turkey. We're gonna start with Romania versus the Netherlands. Netherlands, they were third in their group behind France and Austria. They lost the last game against Austria in a very convincing way. The manager was not really happy with them, with the performance. Ronald Koeman, he said, that's not what the standard I want from my team, and I wanted a response from them. Romania, on the other hand, they topped their group. They defeated Ukraine. They were in that group where everybody finished with 4 points. So the game, they were basically the underdog coming into the game, even though they topped the group. But when the game started, it felt like they were more up for it. Even though Koeman said that there's going to be a difference in our approach in the knockout stages. In the first 10-15 minutes, even first 15-20 minutes, it was all Romania. The Dutch players, they were just flat. There was nothing really coming from it. A couple of misplaced passes from them, and Romania on the other hand, they look quite composed. They looked in control, and much of the noise was even coming from the Romanian fans. The atmosphere was built by them. They had the momentum, and they almost took the lead as well. Dennis Mann came in from the right hand side, beats his marker, cuts it back, curls it in towards the far corner, but the ball goes wide, and the score remains 0-0. And then a moment of brilliance from Cody Gakpo. This game basically was a Cody Gakpo show. He was amazing throughout the game. He got a goal, he got the assist, and he basically single-handedly, you can say, took Netherlands into the quarterfinal. Out of nothing, the ball of Simons plays the ball onto the left hand side. Gakpo gets the ball, makes a run, beats his marker, cuts back in, and a beautiful shot with his right foot. Shocks the keeper. Instead of going to the far post, goes towards the near post. That takes the keeper by surprise, and he's late to react, and Netherlands get the goal. And when the goal goes in, that's basically where the momentum changed. It takes the air out of Romanians' momentums, and even their fans, they go silent. And after that, it was just Netherlands themselves. Romania sort of went into a shell, and they never really recovered after that goal. The Dutch, they could have doubled their lead a couple of minutes later from the corner. The ball comes straight to De Vrij on the far post. He's alone, but he shoots on the side netting, and the game remains 1-0. The Dutch, as I said, they take over control. They are the ones now commanding the game, but they never really threatened that much in the first half. There was no clear-cut chances, and Romania, they basically they just defended. They kept on going back into their own half and letting the Dutch dictate the play, letting them control the ball, have as much possession as Netherlands wanted. We come into the second half, and the trend continue. They came out firing on all cylinders, but unfortunately they were not able to score. They were created chancing, but the ball was not going into the net. There was a period of play where De Vrij takes a shot, the ball it hits the defender, comes back to Simons. He takes the shot, again a block comes to Depay, he takes a shot, but the ball is not going in. They get a corner up a couple of minutes later. Open header for Van Dijk, leaps up high, takes a header, hits the crossbar, hits the post, and the ball goes out. The game remains 0-0. Then Gakpo, again, as I said, he was everywhere in that game. Gets the ball in his own half, makes a great run, beats a couple of defenders. One on the edge of the box, takes the shot, but the keeper saves it to keep the game at 1-0. Again, Gakpo is involved, gets the ball, plays it to Simmons, his ball shot gets saved. The ball comes back to Gakpo, back heel to Weerman, who takes the shot from the left hand side, but to the far post, but the ball is inches wide and the game remains 1-0. And you could see a little bit of frustration and desperation started to creep in the Dutch players and in the Dutch camp. But fortunately for them, the Romanians, they really did not try. As I said, they, after the first goal, it was just basically that they had given up in the moment. There was a lot of lost possession, a lot of misplaced passes, which you did not see from them in this entire tournament. And that, I think, benefited Netherlands, because if they would have, Romania would have tried, they could have maybe put the Dutch under pressure because of all those missing chances. But not to be, and then again Cody Gakpo steps up, another moment of brilliance. Depay from the corner flag flicks it over the defender, ball comes to Cody Gakpo, and he uses his strength and skill first to keep the ball inside play, then to keep the ball in his control, fights with two defenders, and somehow gets the ball to Malan, who flicks it in, and it's 2-0, and that's game done and dusted for the Dutch. And then they just sort of relaxed. The Romanians, after that, they try to come back again. They get a corner, but nothing comes of it. The ball comes back to Malan, who makes a run on the counter attack. It's a 1v1. Briggs beats the defender. It's 1-on-1 with the keeper and calmly slots it in. And it's a 3-0 to Netherlands. And it was totally deserved. They outplayed, outclassed Romania in every aspect. Apart from the first 20 minutes, the rest of the game, it was completely the Dutch that controlled the game, and they deserved. Cody Gakpo, as I said, amazing performance. I think one of the best individual performance in the entire tournament, maybe the best by a player, because we have never not really seen a single player taking the game by the scruff of its neck and controlling that entire scenario the way Gakpo did last night. So great performance from him, and congratulations to the Dutch. They move on to the quarterfinals. Romania, on the other hand, I think they would be really sad at the way that they came out, the way they started the game. If they would have scored first, I think then the momentum of the game would have been different. But unfortunately, they were not able to score, and that's basically just set them up. The moment they conceded the goal, as something changed in them, they just sat back, and I think the realization of the where they were, of the scenario, the big game, the big event, it crept into their minds, and the players were not they were not able to perform to the standard that they should have. The commiseration, still they get out of the group stages, you make the knockouts. Good performance from them, but their journey ends. Moving on to the second game, it was Austria versus Turkey, and for me it was the best game of the knockout stages. I said in one of my previous video that the bigger teams, your France's and England's and Spain's and all these teams, their games are not really interesting to watch as a viewer, as a football fan, because they try to nitpick every minute details. They try to cover every single thing from all their data analysts and all that sort of stuff. So it sort of takes the joy of football away from you. But when these smaller teams, the teams that they don't really go with all these details, they don't have for every special player, they don't have this analyst that what side of penalty this guy is going to take, what sort of dribble he's going to do. They just go out there and they play, and that Austria versus Turkey game was the best example that if you let the players just go out and showcase their talent, how much enjoyable football can be. And that was the game. At Turkey, they were without their captain Hakan Çalhanoğlu, and so the responsibility of creating and that number role came towards Arda Güler, and he stepped up perfectly. In the first minute, takes a corner. The ball on the goal line. Boutmatter saves it, but the ball goes to his defender. Flicks it, comes back to the goalkeeper. Pence tries to get the ball out, but as far as Demiral, and he shoots it at the top of the net, and it's 1-0 Turkey. and the Turkish fan go berserk with this sound, with this side taking the lead. But they were brought back to silent like within a minute. Baumgartner gets the ball at the inside in his own half, takes the ball forward just outside of the box, takes a shot, and it goes inches wide. Again, a couple of minutes later, he gets a second chance, corner comes in, beats everybody at the far post, and you expect Baumgartner just to flick it in and make it 1-1. But there is the goal hero Demiral again. Just before the ball is about to reach Baumgartner, he gets a foot in and clears away, and the score remains 1-0. And after that, it was just end-to-end stuff from both of the teams, but it was not really any clear-cut chances that were being made. Nothing threatening to the either side of the goalkeepers. Arda Güler, he tried to get a goal from the halfway line, an audacious effort, but that also went wide. So we go into the second half. Rangnick makes a couple of changes, and that sort of opened the game even well. Austria were on the front foot even more in the second half, as they were the team chasing the ball. Parash played Arnautovic one-on-one with Gonuc, but a great display of goalkeeping from the Turkish goalkeeper. He make himself big and makes the angle for Arnautovic to shoot very small, and Arnautovic is not able to get the shot properly, and Gonuc makes the save, and it was a very crucial save because a minute later Turkey gets another corner, and this time around then again Güler takes the corner. That's almost like the repetition of the first half, but Demiral is there, leaps high, the highest, and heads it in, and it's 2-0 to Turkey. And at that moment of time, you would expect like Austria to like sort of give up, because especially with the way Romania played, but full credit to Austria. They did not give up. They did not like lose hope. They came back very quickly within 5 minutes. This time they get the corner. Sapsizer with the corner, pressure with the flick on, and there is Gregovic, who was brought on by Rangnick at the start of the second half, heads it in, and it's a 2-1 and game on. And then, if to make matters even better for in a football point of view, rain comes down, and it was really like you're playing a football with your friends on the street. That was the type of game that was happening. Full rain, tackles flying in, both of the teams giving everything on their line. For the next 30 minutes, basically, Austria were the team who continued to attack. Turkey, by this time, they were just holding on to their lead. They had a lot of more fans than the Romanians, so that helped them a lot. But Austria, despite all the chances, were not able to make any sort of special threat towards the Turkey goal. In fact, there's any good big chances came in the last 5 minutes from both sides. Austria had all the players forward. They had a corner. The ball, it gets cleared, and the ball comes to Yilmaz, who makes on the counter, makes a great run, beats his defender, and it's 1-on-1 with Pence, but he misses his chance, and Pence saved it, and it was very vital because a minute later it's on the opposite hand. Presh from the left hand side crosses it in, and it's Baumgartner. It's his home stadium, a place for RB Leipzig, and you expect him to score. But save of the tournament from Gonuc on the right hand side, makes a full diving hand from his fingertips, puts the ball away, and keeps Turkey in the game, and keeps the lead with Turkey. And that was it. After that, that saves sends Turkey into the next round. And Austria, despite being very good throughout the tournament, are unable to win, and they get out of the tournament at this stage. Commiseration for them. Turkey, congratulations to them. Amazing game of football, amazing performance by Gonuc as well. They meet Netherlands in the quarterfinal, so that would be quite an interesting game as well. That is it for me in this video. Please let me know what you guys thought of the both of the games, and who do you think would progress into the semi-finals from all the 4 quarterfinals. Let me know in the comment section below. Like my video and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye bye.